Welcome to a new video. We're gonna get right into it today. This is our Cat Challenger MT865B. Last time you saw this thing, it was getting loaded onto a truck making not very good noises. And I mentioned in that video that the transmission was starting to go out, and I kind of described it the best I could, but we didn't really know what was happening at the time. But it is back. So, Dad was kind of explaining it to me last night a little bit. From the sounds of it, was there? You thought it was a spider gear? That's
what?
You're squeaking a bit.
Yeah, well, I had to weld it all up after you guys wrecked it this fall. Yeah. So basically what happened, a little gear going around.
So there was a center gear with like 4 gears around it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
The peripheral gears, or the 4 gears on the outside, they got a little tube going through them with obviously holes drilled to get the oil into the bearing.
Yep.
And the end of the tube is capped, just a little like a cap of a pen. And
just to keep the oil from going all the way through, and so it hits the bearing.
So the oil's got to disperse through the holes into the bearing.
Yep.
The cap fell out, so the oil went straight through it rather than lubricating the bearing, and then the bearing torpedoed, sent pieces through the whole tranny is what happened.
Yep.
So then they said some of the new ones, basically what it was, this little cap is pressed in there with a press, and it wasn't pressed right. In fact, one of the other ones, you could see it was in there at an angle. So yeah, they said it was nothing that we did. Sounds like they're going to take very good care of us. If we did have to have the transmission case was damaged, so they had to take it out and get it machined. So that's not good, but
yeah, we've been very impressed with Ziegler and Cat, and no, it's not even Cat, Challenger, Agco, whatever.
But we were lucky because it went.
If it would have happened,
the warranty's off like today.
I think it was last month actually.
Was it February?
I think it was February. So yeah, if you wouldn't have, you weren't planning on driving it that day, but you decided to.
I was kind of lazy. I decided to take the tile plow to mark some old lines.
And yeah,
it was cold out. I really didn't want to sit on a gator.
Yeah, no, it was literally weren't supposed to drive it. You went out and drove it that day, and glad you did, because if it would have.
Some of our partners were kind of mad that I was driving the tractor around for.
But
anyway, I'm glad it went out because it was under warranty. There was no.
Yep.
No question. I think they probably would have. I don't know what would have happened if it would have been 18 months rather than
if it
9.
Would hooked it, if we would have had to hook it up to a field cultivator or something this spring, and then it would have been a lot bigger of an issue. So
no, it's here. I'm happy.
Yeah, I think
we're trying to like Agco, but it's
it's kind of hard.
We haven't had very good luck so far, but we're still trying.
We're still trying. Other than the issue that we've had with this tractor, I don't know, I like it. I think we all kind of like this one a lot better than our E-Series we had.
Yeah, well, it's still been a lot more reliable.
It's still been more reliable than E-Series, you're right. Chris was saying yesterday that this tractor ride is terrible everywhere. He said on the road, this tractor doesn't ride very good, but I think in the field, this is our best riding tractor.
Yeah, is there airbags on it?
I don't know if there's airbags in this one or not. I don't think there is. I'm pretty dumb about Challengers. I don't think Oh, let me get my flashlight. I mean, oh yeah.
There's an airbag.
There's an airbag right there. Look at that. So, before the tractor went out and got the new transmission put in it, we had ordered some new lights for it because, well, 2006, the lights were okay, but they weren't great. These lights up front are basically the only things that project forward. As you can see, there's no lights on top of the cab whatsoever. I don't know. I don't even know if all this worked, to be honest. I know for a fact that, I don't remember which one it was, but some of the side lights didn't work. I had to drive it at night. What did I do? High-speed disc. A high-speed disc with it one night, and it was pretty miserable seeing. So the goal for today, for this part of the video anyways, is to put the new lights on this thing so that way we can see. If there's one thing you should know about me is that I hate not being able to see. Remember when the side lights went out on the 8320R that one harvest? And all I did was complain?
Yeah.
All I did was complain about
That's all you did.
I can't see where you cut in.
So did you put your seat way down on the floor too then? Or?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. There's the people that sit on the floor and the people that like to air up their seat. Chris and I really like to air down our seats, but it's because like when you air down your seats, you can really stretch your legs out. When you're up in the chair and then your legs just kind of like you can't spread them out. When you sit on the floor, you can really put your leg out.
Yeah, you can't see nothing. Try to see that's what I.
Well, just stand up straight. I'm quite a bit taller than you, though. I mean.
Yeah, but I'm tall from. I'm taller from here to here.
Probably, I don't know.
I have a long body. And
I
still need to be up.
I've only ever hit one thing, and that was behind the grain cart. So.
Yeah, but I meet our trucks on the road, and I'm like, is there anybody in there? You see this?
I do admit, when driving truck, I do like to be able to see what I'm doing.
Yeah, I see everybody young in our organization
but
likes to sit on the floor.
But the other problem is that like you always get mad I take all the air out. When I get on a seat that someone else had it aired up, when I sit on it, it doesn't move because I don't weigh enough. Like,
yeah, you weigh like 110 pounds.
I have the camera playing way out there, but yeah, like in the semis, I can't even like I sit the semis and I can't even get on the seat because the steering wheel's like that far away from the seat, and I don't weigh enough to put the seat down. So I'm sitting there.
When I get on the seats, they always work. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I literally can't get between the seat and the steering wheel unless I lower the seat down.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
They always flex for me. I don't want.
Let's get started. All right, so I unboxed all the lights. They're down there on the pallet. But we have 8 lights. They're all 60 watt, 6x10 watt LED lights. Look like this. We have 4 60 degrees, 2 40 degrees, and 2 80 degrees. So there's 8 lights total, and there's 8 lights to be there's 6 shining backwards and 2 shining forward. They're going to be replaced. So these are going to the 60 degrees are going to replace these ones right here. I just had them turned on not too long ago. And what I'm struggling with is I don't know whether to put the 40 degree lights in the back and the 80 degree lights up front, or if I should put the 80 degrees in back right here and put the 40 degrees up right there on the fender. Before I start putting this all together, I might get my dad's opinion on that one. All right, so on this tractor, so on each side, there's 3 lights on each side. The outer one are, so we got 60 degree lights, 40 degree lights, and 80 degree lights.
Okay.
We got 4 60 degrees, so I'm assuming that'd be the 2 on each side.
Okay.
Should we put the 40 degrees in the middle of the tractor in the back and then the 80 degrees in front, or should we put the 40 degrees in front and the 80 degrees in back?
They don't tell you anything?
No. Do you think it'd be better to have a floodlight in front and more of the spotlight in back?
So how many of each do you have?
We have 4 60 degrees.
4 60s.
2 40s, 2 80s. And we have the 6 in the back and 1 on each fender.
Say it all again. 4
60s, 2 80s, 2 40s. And then we have the 6 in back and then 1 on each fender. You better have this.
What?
Spotlights in front or floodlights?
They're what's on each fender? Up there?
No, right here.
So they're all. Do you use this outside case?
No, they're all the same. They all look like this.
But this one's got a separate mounting bracket.
They came with a bracket. They all came with a bracket to mount.
whatever this light is, this is different than the rest, right?
No.
They're all the same mounting bracket?
They're all the same mounting bracket. Well, so there's two in the back that are a different mounting bracket, but the mounting brackets, they all have the same layout. They're just a universal bracket, or universal light for bracket. So, no, because all that came with it for papers was the billing sheet, which doesn't say anything. Now, I'm guessing when they ordered it, they had discussed it, but that was a long time ago, and I don't think...
I might look up the website, see what their kit says. It might say 80 degree forward, or it might say something like that.
I can go take a look at it. So either Larson's has their website wrong, misprint, or they sent us the wrong lights. Because they show 660 degrees and 240 degrees. But the 40 degrees show the front. So I'll put the 280 degrees in the middle and back. Which probably makes sense, because you would want your floodlights going straight back so you can see your implement well. And then your less floodlights more at an angle.
Whatever you think, I guess.
That's what I'm going to do. Well, this Challenger's got a pretty simple light system. Basically, all these lights have a little bracket comes out the side, and that bracket just bolts on the cab right there. So the new lights, excuse me,
A few moments later.
So these new lights come with these brackets that bolt on the back and stick off to the side. And then, so this was like that, and now it's just going to be like that. Well, I'm partway through the install here, and well, this light and that light were easy, as I was showing you earlier. This light, however, which I believe is, I don't know if these are called HIDs or whatever they, does this say? I don't know. Anyways, these are those special lights that they had in the early mid 2000s that you needed like a special power box for, ballast box for. Anyway, so it was hardwired to the roof, so we had to take the roof off, and now we're trying to figure out how to get this light connected. Now, if you removed, here we go. This plugs into there, and this is what powers a ballast box, which is the same plug that goes in the back of the light. However, when we plugged it in, it didn't work. So we're wondering if we just have a fuse out and that's why these lights aren't working. If that's the case, I'll feel pretty dumb, but I don't know. How's it coming? I don't think you heard me. All right, turn it on. Yep, we got power. Sweet. It was a fuse. So there's two kind of household names in the agricultural lighting world. There's Larsen lights, which are these, and there's Tiger lights. We've used both. My Highboy is Larsen lights. My brother's Highboy is Tiger lights. The 9530T has Tiger lights, and these are Larsen lights. Between the two companies, as far as the Highboys go, they were basically identical. We really like the Tiger light kit on our 9530T, and I am not a big fan of this kit so far, or at least the installation. So the problem is that you gotta put these brackets, like I showed, it has these little bolts, and it bolts onto this, which would be fine, except I don't know how well you can see, probably not at all, but you're basically tapping these holes as you install the bolts, and it sucks, because half the time it doesn't go very well, or it strips itself out, because it's just like all plastic in there. I don't know. I feel like these could have been better quality. Oh, I finally got one to start. These lights, I'm not very happy with them. The bracket, the holes on the back of the light are made so cheaply that you're like, it looks like they've been pre-tapped, but you're basically tapping them with a subpar bolt. Miserable. Absolutely boneheaded design on that one. Like this one, I probably want to get this This one I've only gotten to tap on half the light so far. Otherwise, it just sits there and strips itself out. I don't know, are you supposed to tap these things? If so, like that is not a good... Come on, get in there. Not a good design. And it... Oh, maybe. Is it going to strip itself out or not? I think I maybe actually got it. Look at this. Here, hand me the light.
You strip the aluminum out.
So, these holes don't have any threads, right? And they don't have thread cutting bolts that they supply with it. So this one, that one got so hard it snapped off. This one didn't even cut threads, just stripped it all out. And there's only one bolt left. What the heck? That one literally stripped all the aluminum off and got wrapped around the nut, or the bolt. Of course, this happened to the last one too. I mean, I struggled on all of them a lot, but this one, yeah. My dad had an idea. He cut a little slot into these bolts, and we're gonna try and make self-tappers, because we don't have a tap set here. And don't go too far down because you don't have the bracket in.
You're not supposed to film that.
Is this an impressive light kit or what? Alright, well, we're gonna leave one HID. I believe it's HID, but yeah, we're gonna leave this one on the tractor and have an LED over there. Yep. Well, there we go. Everything is installed except for the one light, which with the lights on, you can't even tell which one's HID and which one's an LED. The reason I did not put both the HIDs back on is because the fuse is blown, and it was probably blown for a reason, because those things suck a lot of power. So I figured it's gonna look a little ugly in the daytime with having one LED and one HID, but you should be drawing less power overall. So we're probably gonna blow less fuses. So, but when the lights are on, you can't even tell. And also, I don't know if I just got a weird batch of lights or what, but some of the lights had tapped holes, some did not, and some were tapped, but so bad I couldn't even get the bolt started. So I don't know if this is a fluke thing with the Larsen lights or what, but was not impressed. I'm gonna turn the lights off quick. Well, that's with the lights off. I'd say it's doing pretty good. Bright. I was gonna add lights on top of the cab to look forward, but honestly, between these front lights and this one side light, like that's actually pretty good. I mean, if there wasn't so much stuff behind me, I would take it outside, but maybe another night here coming up in a video, I'll take it outside and shine the lights for you guys. But for tonight, I am going to end it here because my mom called and she wants me to come home for supper. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to get subscribed, hit the like button, and comment. See ya.